And what she's saying, I've dedicated this silver wholeheartedly to the Lord. For my son to make a carved image and a molten image. Then you're like, what? What Lord is she talking about? Now therefore I will return it to you. Thus he returned the silver to his mother. Then his mother took 200 shekels of silver and gave it to them in the silversmith, and made it into a carved image and a molten image, and they were in the house of Micah. The man Micah made a shrine and made an ephod and the household idols, and he consecrated one of his sons, who became his priest. In those days there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes. Now therefore there was a young man from Bethlehem to Judah, the family of Judah. He was a Levite and was staying there. The man departed from the city of Bethlehem to Judah to stay wherever he could find a place. Somebody say a place. And the reason that's important is because there's many people that are looking for a place. And by a place, I mean a comfortable place. Yes. Then he came to the mountain of Ephraim, the house of Micah. He journeyed, and Micah said to him, "Where do you come from?" And so he said to him, "I am a Levite from Bethlehem to Judah, and I am on my way to find a place to stay." Micah said to him, "Dwell with me, and be a father and a priest to me, and I will give you 10 shekels of silver per year, a suit of clothes, and your substance." So the Levite went in, and the Levite was content to dwell with the man. And the young man became like one of his sons to him. So Micah consecrated the Levite, and the young man became his priest and lived in the house of Micah. Then Micah said, "Now I know that the Lord will be good to me, since I have a Levite as a priest." All I've got to say is, wow. This is such a picture of our world today. Yes. Taking the holiness of God, the understanding of who God is, and even a faith in Him, if you want to call it that, and mixing it with the world.
That's right. Yes.
Mixing it with idols and other things that our heart goes after. See, an idol doesn't necessarily have to be something that you see in made of wood or silver or gold. Some of them are made of plasma TVs and Nintendos and computer chips. Some of them have 4 wheels on them and go 0 to 60 and whatever. Some of them are just other people that we idolize.
Yes.
But they could be any body or anything that we put over God in our life. And it's a mixing of those things. And it's amazing that this man thought that he could, as long as he had a priest in his house, or as we would think, doing the right thing, going to church and doing all the other things that we think are okay, then he can do whatever he wants. That God would bless him. And it seems as if the goal was that God would bless him and that he would find a comfortable place. But really, we see that humanism has swept into the church. And it seems as if much of what we hear is, bless me some more. Come on. Instead of whatever happened to God.
Come on, Pastor.
Whatever happened to just serving Him because He's worthy to be served.
Come on, hallelujah.
And sure, He does bless us. He does minister to us. He does all these things for us. But that isn't the reason we should serve Him. We should serve Him because of who He is.
Hallelujah.
It just makes me want to shout in the midst of it all and say, what about God? In those days, there was no king in Israel, but every man did what was right in his own eyes. Kind of a Jesus plus. Yeah, I believe in the Lord. I also believe in doing whatever I want. Now we see through the epistles of Peter, or Paul rather, just the warnings of the last days. That there will be a falling away, a departing of the faith. 2 Timothy 3 says this, but know this, that in the last days perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Bob, back to you for the weather. That's pretty much what we hear on a daily basis. Having a form of godliness but denying its power. And from such people turn away. For of this sort, that those who creep into households and make captive of gullible women loaded down with sins, led away by various lusts, always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, as Jannes and Jambres, I don't know if I'm saying it right, resisted Moses, so do those who resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds disapprove concerning the faith. But they will progress no further, for their folly will be manifest to all, as theirs also was. See, their problem was they didn't want to submit themselves to Moses' authority. And that's what you have today in this generation is no ability, no desire to be accountable to anybody else, but to just do your own thing.
Come on.
Everybody did what was right in their own eyes.
Come on, Pastor. It's lawlessness.
Oh, but I love Jesus.
Yeah.
Not according to his own description of loving him.
Amen.
If you love him, you would obey his command.
That's right.
But there's so much Jesus plus. A la carte, pick and choose Christianity. We've heard in this generation this term friends with benefits. Anybody ever heard that term?
Yes, I've heard you.
Some of us are probably afraid to admit that. But basically what it is the benefit of marriage without the commitment of those things. The benefit of intimacy, the benefit of those things involving marriage, yet no commitment whatsoever. It's kind of like having a free meal without paying for it.
That's right.
Or as the saying goes, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
That's right. Yes, it is.
And it's the same mentality that's translated into the church. Of, I want the resurrection and the power of the resurrection. I want the presence of God. I want to see his miraculous power working in my life. But I don't want the cross. I don't want the way of the cross. I don't want to deny myself, take up the cross and follow him.
Yes, yes.
Lord, I want to go to heaven, but I don't want anything to do with you now. I want to go to heaven and spend eternity with you, but you're kind of boring right now. Now, isn't that amazing to think about?
Yes.
Heaven will be